And since we're in a bullish vibe, let's bring in Alan Nuckman, Chief Market Strategist at Bullseye Option, looking to buy a comeback story in NIKOLA. Come on, Alan, you're really reaching now.
Well, first, we have to talk about the comeback story that we saw. We saw the pre-holiday hop in stocks. So we put in a bottom, and we've held the bottom. So that's really important. Yep. We've consolidated over the last couple of weeks here after this little rally. And let's see if we can break out of this top. If you look at the S&P, we've dropped from, 4,600 down to 3,800. So the halfway point here is getting real close. We break out above this halfway point. We get some more short covering, and maybe people are going to jump on board. Okay,
and it seems like they're trying to. No new lows last week. First time we've had that in a while. So, but why NIKOLA? Because that's a stock that's been strained fundamentally. It's down in an up market today.
Yes. So a lot of negatives for this stock, except for I've seen a bottoming, and we've been trading between 5 and 15 for the year. So it's a risk-reward play. A lot of stocks have had a big bounce off the bottom. This really hasn't yet. And so I'm looking at a long-term option as a chip down on it. But I think there's some upside. I've seen some leverage buying here at these lows, and that's one of the indicators that I use to view a stock that some insiders are jumping on board. So I'm looking at the $5 call. Again, the low on this stock is just a little bit below 5. I'm looking at a January option that has 7 months of time. The midpoint on this stock is about 10 for the year. So if we can get back to 10, this option doubles in value. So for me, it's just about the math. I don't want to think about the fundamentals. That will hurt my head. But looking at the chart pattern and looking at the probability of this deep in the money option, it's a play that I like at these levels.
Okay. All right. So taking a stab at a beaten down name. If the market rallies back to the extent that NIKOLA falls into the good graces again, then anything is possible here. So the upside
all right. See,
could be sharp.
We're thinking too much. The more we think about things, the more we get in trouble. So let's just trade what we see. And I like tech the best right now, again, from the risk-reward standpoint. A move of this 13,000 psychologically for the NDX is helpful, but 13,500 is the midpoint of this recent, the April down to May lows. So let's see. At some point, we've got our first short covering bounce, but now we want to see a secondary rally and see what the markets are telling us. To get back to bed, because I want to talk about this. You guys talking about the rates. Rates had fallen a great deal. The 10-year yield had fallen a great deal off that 3.25. It was down, below that, near that 275 level. So, let's see what's what. The markets have already digested and moved forward. Everybody complained that we weren't raising rates. Now everybody's complaining we are raising rates. So, I think the market has moved forward, and I think that we've got some positives that we could build on.
Okay. All right. So you're looking for some more upside clearance of technical hurdles like 13.5 for the NASDAQ before you're ready to take a stab at the whole market. Right now, just trying to scoop beaten down names.
Right. I think that would just be a confirmation. Now, we have talked in the past, and I've loaded up on this show. We had British Petroleum, we had Schlumberger, we've had Marathon Oil. So, there are strong sectors in this market that has disappointed for a lot of people, but that you got to take what the markets give us. And right now, I'm not jumping on oil, even though I think there's more upside. Right now, I'm looking at some of the bad sectors, bad enough to buy, and this is a perfect example of looking at it when it looks terrible and then taking advantage of it when it does bounce back.
Okay, yeah, credit to you. You had some good energy trades there as oil was moving, so now kind of flipping to the other side of the ledger. Appreciate it, Alan. Thanks a lot. Mr. Nuckman is the Chief Market Strategist at bullseyeoption.com.